So today we are going to make a green juice. I'm going to go ahead and cut the vegetables first and then wash them, and then after washing them we're going to make a juice. These juices are so important for antioxidants, for increasing your immune system, to release or reduce inflammation. So the first thing, my first ingredient, which I think is really important, and when I don't juice any ginger I really feel it. So this is the ginger, and what I usually do, garbage, what I like to do is cut the ends, and then I will just go ahead and cut off the skin. This day and age you don't want anything like skin, you want to make sure that everything is clean. Some say that there is nutrients in the skin, but I don't really like the skin. Okay, so I'm going to put that in a bowl, which we're going to wash. Actually put it in here first. So the next thing is going to be the lime. And what I do with my lime is I cut the ends. Now this is a really nice big lime, and I'll probably just cut this in 8s because it's easier to juice. And then we'll just cut this. Okay, now I usually juice 2 Granny Smith apples for the low glycemic index. However, this is my last Granny Smith, so I'm going to supplement that with a McIntosh, which are very sweet, not too sweet, they're on the sour side, but they're kind of soft flesh, so they don't juice very well, so I normally would not juice a McIntosh. Now I look for the sticker, and I get rid of that sticker. I don't know if you guys know that, but guys and girls know that the sticker is actually edible. So you have to cut these small enough to fit through the opening of the juicer. And you'll see this doesn't take very long. There we go. And there we go. So now we'll go with apple number 2. Get rid of the sticker. Get rid of the stem. Just make sure they're small enough to go through the juicer. And get rid of the seeds. Try to be as neat as possible. Go. Now we're going to go with some broccoli. Broccoli is amazing. Let's see if this would be enough. Just want to separate it. Believe it or not, broccoli juices very well, meaning you get a lot of juice out of your broccoli. A lot of antioxidants in broccoli. Let's do a little more. And the crowns, you got to make sure they're not too big so they won't fit through the juicer opening. That's good for now. And broccoli has a very light sweet taste, which is really fascinating. Also in my green juice I like to do 4 stalks of celery. This one doesn't look too good. 1, Whoa, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Put that back. And what I like to do with celery has a lot of dirt, so I am going to actually scrub this a little more before. So there's going to be a break in the action. So I went ahead and I scrubbed the celery with a brush and got rid of a lot of the dirt that's in there. So what I like to do is cut the ends off on both sides. A lot of impurities there. And then, like with celery, you don't want it to be too long because they're very stringy and they will clog up your juicer. And then we'll do the same here. Whoa, see it, they're stringy, so you don't want to have long strings messing up. There we go. So now, as you can see, we have a lot of fruits, more vegetables than fruit. And we are going to be juicing about 3 good-sized handfuls of kale. And you can get this pre-washed in a bag, and I just reused this. This was for baby spinach, and it's great to reuse it because you can separate it and they seem to last longer. Okay, so this is the washing portion of our veggies, and what I like to do is have them in a colander, as you can see, and then put them in a colander and let the water rush over them. And then as I'm doing this, I'm just moving around. This sprayer thing doesn't work, nothing comes out of it. And I'm not a plumber, so it's still not going to work. And I'm just going to really move everything around. See the little ginger? This ginger is really fantastic. It's an anti-inflammatory. So when you're sick with this, with viruses, flus, it actually inflames us, inflames our body and our tissues. And this is an anti-inflammatory. So it actually can prevent us from getting very sick. This water is very cold. I'm going to add some hot water to it. Now what I like is that as I have the colander into this large bowl here, that the water starts to get higher and cover all the vegetables and the fruit. And you see, now I can just let that soak and agitate that water like so. That water is so cold, freezing my hands off. So this is my famous Timothy cup. You've seen that in all my videos. I was employee number 8 for a company called Quidzy, who was eaten up by Amazon and then spit out, meaning they bought the company and then they closed it down. So they were chewed up and spit out. And so you see, like, look at all that stuff that's in there, right? So I'm going to empty that water. So I'm making this video because I love you guys. And I want you guys to be healthy. I'm not saying that this is a silver bullet, that, you know, with this you're definitely not going to get sick. But it will boost your immune system. And I'm going to post in the video what some of the health benefits of these vegetables are. And you know, kale, which we're going to be juicing here, is incredible. So you see how nice and clean all these vegetables are. I'm going to let it grow, water come up again, and just make sure that we agitate that water. And so, you know, I always do art videos, but I decided to do something a little bit different, a little bit special during this horrible time we're in. You know, just a horrible time. There we go. Some got away. Okay, there we are. So you see, just going to let that I'm going to agitate that water. Doesn't come up. I'm going to really soak it. Get rid of any impurities that are in there. Okay. And there we go. Let's see. You know, it looks like there's no more weird things in there, so I think we cool. So that concludes the cleaning or washing the vegetables. Cool. Okay. On to the next part. Okay, so let's get busy. So there's going to be a little noise because juicers make noise. They're grinding things up into little things. This one is the 8006, the Omega. It's amazing. It does everything. It will make spaghetti, sorbet. It'll grind your coffee beans. It's just an amazing piece of machinery. I had this for about 5 years. And once you start juicing and feeling the benefits, you're really never going to stop juicing, at least not for a long time. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put in some of our pre-washed kale. Now the health benefits of kale are unbelievable. So many different things. You know, you have antioxidants, you have all kinds of vitamins, high in vitamin A, high in protein, high in calcium. It's just amazing. I think there's more calcium in 1 cup of kale than it is milk, which is really fantastic. Vitamin C, more than a day's allowance of vitamin C, recommended daily allowance. Now after you do kale or any leafy vegetable, you want to go ahead and do a harder vegetable or fruit. And what that does, it really helps to get that out of there. You know what I mean? And what comes out is really dry. It's not wet at all. But the thing is, when you do a leafy vegetable, you got to come in right following it with something harder, and what that does, it sort of pushes that through because it's more dense. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do probably about 8 little handfuls of this kale. Now this is your standard kale. They're all like, I believe there's like 3 different kales. There's a dinosaur kale, which is really dark green. I love that kale, but it's very hard to find it, you know. And then there's like a kale that's red, but this kale is your standard kale. You'll find that in any supermarket. So as you see, I'm going to put through the kale first, and then I'm going to follow with your harder fruit and vegetables. That helps get that juice out of there. And what this juicer does, this is called a cold press juicer. And what it does, it basically, it has a very slow RPM, unlike your centrifugal juicers, which the ones are really loud. It sounds like a plane's taking off. That actually goes very high speed and sort of just grinds it. But what it does, it heats up the vegetables and the fruit and gets rid of some of the nutrients. Now, something like this, which is a cold press with a very low RPM, this actually will, what it does is, there's like a little corkscrew type of machinery, and basically gets smaller and smaller and smaller until it gets so tight and wrings it out that juice actually starts coming out. So, but it's like very high torque, you know? So it's very powerful. That would basically, if someone ever got their finger in there, that would definitely make juice out of their finger, which is really quite frightening. So always be careful. Always make sure you use this stopper made especially for it. Don't ever take a knife or anything and put it in there, because it could be very dangerous. Like I said, very high torque. Even though it's going very slow, it will tear that fork apart and maybe just, shrapnel or something. So that's very scary. So you can see we are doing pretty good. So I juice every day, and I have about 1.5 glasses a day of vegetable juice. It makes about 1.5 glasses. And if I was making it for someone else, I would probably double the ingredients that I put in. But basically, this is just for me. So celery is really great. It has what is called natural sodium that keeps you hydrated, and it has a lot of water in it. So you'll find this is going to be the last bunch of kale I'm going to put in, and then the rest is going to be the harder vegetables. But we put about 2 cups of kale in here, so that is really going to go a long way to lessening the inflammation in my body, as well as this ginger here. Now this ginger I got from Aldi's. Normally ginger is big. This stuff is small, and it seems to be a lot more potent, so pretty crazy. I usually put a lot more, but since I got this Aldi's ginger, I am definitely going to make that a lot smaller amount. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. I'm going to put the Macintosh apples very last, because they're going to kind of gunk up the juicer a little bit. You'll get juice out of them, but like I said, they're soft flesh, so they're going to leave some stuff in this area over here. And you can just smell you can just really just smell the delicious vegetables. It's really great. Let me see. I'm gonna zoom out just a bit so you can see how much juice is actually coming out. Now with this COVID-19 thing going on, like I said, this is not a silver bullet, but it definitely will boost your immune system. It definitely will give you lots of vitamins and minerals, incredible amounts of vitamin C. So right there you're going to have more antioxidants, more phytochemicals, phytonutrients. Basically, what you are juicing when you actually consume this, you're consuming chlorophyll. And chlorophyll is basically what comes from the sun, so you're getting pure energy. And there's no disputing that. And I have turned a lot of people on to juicing, and just about everyone that has taken it seriously and did it for at least a month has come back to me and said their aches and pains are gone. If they had arthritis, it was a lot less. If they had irritable bowel syndrome, they had a lot less flare-ups. If they were suffering from migraines, they were a lot less. Just more energy. And also, this funny thing when you juice, you start to crave food that's better for you. So you see, right now I have this delicious Macintosh apple, and you'll be surprised how red the juice comes out. Just amazing. So this is something that I do every day. If you can do it every day or every other day, that would be wonderful. But this is definitely, as you can see, all of Now this is the pulp. Let me go ahead and turn this off. Now what I like to do is, there's some juice left inside there, and get that out. So as you can see here, is the pulp, and it's very dry. There's no juice coming out of it. And so this juicer is about $300, between $200 and $300, but like there's a 10-year warranty on it, and by no means am I selling this juicer. But there is a 10-year warranty on it, and it's just really fantastic. And if you are interested in a link, I'll go ahead and put a link in the description field. But that would be cool. I'm not going to do an affiliate link because I really just want you guys to know that this is not about business. It's not about my airbrush channel, anything like that. This is about you guys. I want you guys to be healthy. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and show you how I prepare this to drink. Okay, so this is my trick. So you have a lot of foam here. Some people want to get rid of the foam, and it's all good. You can get rid of that foam if you want. It doesn't personally bother me because there's nutrients in that foam, and it's all about nutrients. But here's the hack. Sometimes this will be really hard to get down, especially if you're first juicing, and that's why a lot of people stop. What I like to do is just get some regular old everyday apple juice. Doesn't matter. This is pretty healthy. It's not bad for you. And but the thing is, you want to get this in your body. And that's your goal, to get this in your body. Now some of it's going to spill when I pour this in, but hey, that's going to happen. And I'm just going to show you. Wow, look at that. I didn't spill anything except a little bit. That's actually amazing. So definitely some points for me for not spilling, but normally it gets all over me, all over the cat. But this time. So what it is that you have this beautiful green juice, and if you were to drink it, 99% of the public is going to be like, that's kind of gross, Tim. I'm not going to do that again. But you still got to get that in your body. So do this, guys. This is not 100% the best for you, but that is. So you have to get that in your body. So we're just going to go ahead and put a little bit of apple juice in there. You can put pineapple juice or something like that. Doesn't matter. What that's going to do is going to change the flavor. It's going to make it palatable. So let's see how this tastes. I'm going to taste it real quick. Absolutely amazing. You can sometimes use a screen that comes with it, and that will, when the juice comes out, it'll keep any little pulp or anything out of there. I personally don't care, and so I'll drink it like this. But you'll see that this is like what, 16 ounces, and maybe, you know, so maybe 10 ounces of this green juice. I might have a second glass, and then I'll have some left over. What you can do, you can take an empty water bottle, wash this out, of course. If you're doing it for yourself, drink it, or pour it out, put it in your coffee maker, whatever, and then just, you know, wash it out. And then after it's washed out, there's peanut butter on there. How the heck that happened? Anyway, so and then you just go ahead and do your concoction of the juice with as much apple juice, makes it palatable. This is all great. All these vegetables are really important, but if you can't get it down, it doesn't help. So apple juice, pineapple juice, whatever juice floats your boat, and add it to it and make this actually delicious, and you'll be wanting more and more. So we have our ginger in there, we have our celery, we have our apples, and you can really taste everything. You're going to have a little bit of tanginess from the lime. You're going to have the little saltiness of the celery. Kale is going to be bitter, but we maxed that. And then the apples bring some nice sweetness to it. And it's just really good. So you'll really enjoy it. The broccoli you don't really taste, but there's so many health benefits to broccoli. This you just go ahead and draw out. If you have a compost heap, that would work really good, really well. So there's uses for this. There are people even make veggie burgers out of this. I don't have that much time, but that's cool to know. So this video was for you because I love you guys. I want you to be healthy, and it's going to boost your immune system during this whole COVID-19 thing going on. So anything to give you a little bit of an edge, and you know, God forbid, you know, you'll have more to fight, more of your antibodies in your system to really, you know, knock that thing out of the park. So let's go ahead and try this if you can. If you have any questions, I want you to go ahead and message me, email me. So I will talk to you soon. Take care and be safe, guys. Love yous.